Working with shortcut keys. We all look at ways to improve our efficiency, be quicker, and make things easier. While using Excel, most of us are accustomed to using the mouse. But did you know that using the mouse actually slows you down and reduces your productivity? Wouldn't it be great if there was another way that could help us get our work done faster? Actually, there's a whole list of keyboard shortcuts that can be used in Excel. For instance, if you would like to copy this information here from cell A1 to cell G1, you would first click on cell A1 and then click on the copy icon on the ribbon, and then point your mouse on cell G1 and then click on the paste icon on the ribbon. Alternatively, you can use your keyboard, and once you highlight A1, use Ctrl C and then move to cell G1 and then type Ctrl V. As you have just seen, knowing and using these keyboard shortcut keys will help save time, improve your productivity and your efficiency. Excel has shortcut keys for simple functions such as basic navigation on a spreadsheet or cut, copy and paste. There are also shortcut keys that perform more complex functions, such as filling in formulas or grouping data. So let's look at a few popular and useful keyboard shortcuts and add them in our daily use of Excel. You may be aware of some of them. If not, you may wonder why you hadn't used them before. Shortcut keys while working with files. Let's run through some of them that we could use while working with files. Let's say you need to open a new workbook while working in Excel. Ctrl N does the trick. Ctrl O will display the list of your recent Excel documents like this. To save contents in a workbook, Ctrl S. And if you need to save as with another name, Alt F2 helps you do just that. Ctrl P to print and print preview, Ctrl W to close a workbook. And if you want to completely close Excel, Alt F4 does the job. Let's look at a few shortcut keys while working with data within a worksheet. If you need to copy information from one cell, you would use your mouse to highlight first. Then click on Copy on the Home tab of the ribbon, and then move your mouse to the cell or cells where you want to paste that information. And then click on the Paste icon located on the ribbon. A quicker and simpler way to do that is by first going to the cell or cells that you want to copy. Then click on Ctrl C and then use the arrow to move to the destination cell and then click on Ctrl V. Isn't that such a simple and quick way without the use of the mouse? If you were to copy and then cut the data before pasting it in another location within the worksheet, use Ctrl X after Ctrl C. Ctrl V will give you the pop-up box for paste special options. Ctrl Z will erase the last input in the worksheet, and you can continue to use this shortcut key to continue removing the inputs. You can use Ctrl Y to redo. While Ctrl F is used to find a word or specific characters, Ctrl H takes us a step further and is for find and replace. Excel shortcut keys to move within a workbook. So you are working in a data-filled, vast workbook, and you need to quickly access your information located across the length and breadth of this filled worksheet. Make use of these amazing shortcuts that would help you glide across as you wish. The right arrow key, the left arrow key, the top arrow key, and the down arrow key helps you move from cell to cell in the direction of the key itself. One click for each cell. If you were to use the arrow keys, but first click on Ctrl before, you would move from one cell to the next filled cell in the direction of the keys like this. Shortcut keys for selecting cells. Use Ctrl G to get a pop-up window where you can type the cell name where you wish to land on like this. Ctrl A will select all. Shift space is a simple way to select the entire row. And similarly, Ctrl space is the shortcut key to select the column. You can move your selection in all directions by using the shift and the different direction keys to expand your selection, as you can see here. Shortcut keys while working with active cells. We are all familiar with using the Enter key to move down cell by cell. Did you know if you click on Shift Enter, you can move in the upward direction, cell by cell? Now, if you were to move to the right, cell by cell, use the Tab key. And if you want to move cell by cell left, you can use Shift Tab. Shortcut keys while editing in a cell. Use F2 to edit in a cell and Alt Enter to create a new line within a cell. If you have already selected a character or word in a particular cell, you could add a character left or right to that selection by clicking on Shift and the left or right arrow key. Control and the left or the right arrow key will move you a word left or right respectively. Shortcut keys while formatting cells. While you have multiple buttons on the ribbon to format cells, let's look at the keyboard shortcut keys to do the same in a quick manner. Click on Ctrl 1 to open the Format dialog box. Alt, H, A and C to center your data, Alt, H, A and L to indent left, and Alt, H, A and R to indent right. Did you know you could increase the font size by clicking on Alt, H, F and G and decrease the font size by clicking on Alt, H, F and K? I'm guessing you definitely know this. Ctrl B to make your selected data in a bold format, Ctrl I to change your data to italics, and Ctrl U to underline the selection. And I am sure you weren't aware, but Ctrl 5 can be used to strike through any data. Now here are some shortcut keys that you would have never guessed are available. To border a cell or a range of cells, click on Ctrl Shift ampersand. To border only right, you can use Alt R. Similarly, to border left, top and bottom of the selected cell or cells, use Alt, L, T or B respectively. And if you wish to remove all the borders that may have been previously added, Ctrl Shift and the hyphen key would do the trick. Rows and columns shortcut keys. If you have already selected an entire row or column, you can add additional rows or columns by using Ctrl Shift and the plus sign. Ctrl, ampersand and the minus sign will delete a column or row. You can continue repeating this step to get your desired rows and columns. If, however, you have not selected an entire row or column but are on a cell, you can use the same shortcut keys, Ctrl, Shift and the plus sign. But this time you will get a pop-up window where you will have to manually choose from the buttons options to either insert cells right, left, up or down. And similarly, you can use Ctrl, ampersand and the minus sign to delete cells. All these shortcut keys are just a few examples and not a comprehensive list, but they are good to know and useful for an Excel user. If you click the link below, you will be able to access the vast list of the Excel keyboard shortcut keys based on their broad functions. So go ahead, learn a few of these tricks and impress everyone, and at the same time, save yourself some time. Happy learning!